something that engages you in mind, body, and spirit can be a key to keeping you young at heart, and that's exactly the premise of a special class offered at the Howard Long Wellness Center. Let's head over to Sherry to find out more in this month's Aging Awesomely segment.
Thanks, Tate. That class is called Healthy Body, Healthy Brain, and it's being led by someone who may look familiar to you. Dr. Judy Romano. Dr. Judy has been a well-known pediatrician in the Ohio Valley for decades, and now she's designing a new chapter in her life that's helping people have not just healthy bodies, but also healthy brains, and I would even say healthy spirits. So today I want to thank you very much for joining us, Dr. Judy.
Hi, Sherry. Thanks for asking me.
So first, let's start with the transition of pediatrician to now helping people, stay healthy with their brains and their bodies.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense at first blush, does it? In fact, somebody asked me that just the other day. But the reason, as a pediatrician, I was really interested in early brain development. And in fact, I was on a national committee for the American Academy of Pediatrics when we first started looking at the effects of adverse childhood events on brain function, and that really became a passion of mine. Fast forward a couple of decades, and I started getting interested in yoga and meditation and the effect that that has on healthy brain aging. At the same time, I just ran across a study that was done at West Virginia University on the use of meditation and its effect on folks that were suffering from dementia. So needless to say, I went down that rabbit hole, which led me to the Alzheimer's Research and Prevention Foundation. They have a special educational system called brain longevity training. So I took that training, and that just dovetails perfectly with another passion of mine, yoga. So that's sort of how it happened.
And so the more you were sharing this with people, the more it kind of evolved into, well, let's create something that, we can do as a group. Because you know what? I say the valley is an aging valley. And so if this can help us age healthy in body and brain, and I think that a lot of times we're always thinking about our body breaking down, but our brains, we have to use it or lose it, right?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And when you look at the statistics of what happens to people as they age in terms of their brain health, it's absolutely frightening. There right now in the United States, there's estimated to be about 50 million people who suffer from dementia, who suffer from Alzheimer's. And Alzheimer's is not the only type of dementia, of course. So anything that affects someone's ability to express themselves, their ability to function, and of course, we all know, keep your memory. Mm-hmm. That is the effect. So what happened as I was teaching yoga classes over at the Howard Long Wellness Center, especially the gentle yoga classes that tended to be interesting and tend to have folks that were of a certain age, I should say, I would throw in some of the brain exercises and some of the yoga and meditation that had been shown to help with dementia and to keep the brain healthy. And people just absolutely loved it. So that's what led to us then having, instead of just sprinkling into classes, maybe what we needed to do was have something dedicated to this topic. So that's where I came up with the Healthy Brain, Healthy Body class.
Okay, and so tell us, it's a sprinkling of yoga, it's education, it's a lot of meditation practices, but one of the things that I think I love about this is all research-based.
Yes, absolutely. Everything we do in the class is evidence-based. I started using the curriculum from the Alzheimer's Research and Prevention Foundation. They have a 4-pillar approach to healthy brain aging. And it's things that won't surprise you. It's exercising your mind and your body. It's good nutrition. it's meditation, it's spirituality. And within those 4 pillars, also the importance of relationship building and socialization. So everything that I learned from that training and everything that I present in the class has a research base behind it.
And so it is, you don't have to be, when people think of yoga, they think of these stretches and the flexibility, but you can do some of this seated in a chair, correct? I'm just trying to think about, is it open to anybody of any ability?
Absolutely. We have folks in that class from 30-year-olds to 87-year-olds. And we do some movement in the class, but it's not very aggressive movement. The class is more looking at, there's an educational component to it. So, for example, what are the factors that help prevent poor brain aging? Okay, and so we pick one of those, for example, for the week, and we go into that a little bit. So, for example, it could be, okay, people tell you to exercise. Well, what's the data behind that? What does the research show you? What kind of exercise? How much should you exercise? Or sleep. Sleep is a big one, and studies have shown that it's profound effect on your brain aging if you don't have adequate sleep. That's where the brain heals itself every night. So we'll talk about sleep. And then we talk about, as you know, about meditation. And in particular, what types of meditation have been shown to be appropriate and to be effective.
And I just love that you do have people of all ages. So I do have a question for you. When is the class, and is it a course of classes, or is it kind of evergreen where anyone can join at any time? Or is there, a certain, schedule for this?
That's a great question. And actually, when we started out, we said it's going to be a 6-week class. Well, that was 6 months ago, and we're still going strong. So what we're doing, we are repeating some of the topics, but if folks in the class have a special request that we do maybe for the next week, then we do that. But yeah, it is ongoing at this point.
And in what days and what times?
It's Tuesdays from 10:30 until 11:30. And we are very committed to making this class accessible for anyone who wants to come in the community. So what do I mean by that? Well, number one, you do not have to be a member of Howard Long Wellness Center to come to the class. Number two, the first class is free. So if you come and you don't like it, that's okay, but we'll make sure you like it. And the third thing is, if you do like the class, you can buy a pass for Howard Long Wellness Center. And that pass is $30 for 10 classes. And that pass will get you into any yoga class. And there's some other classes too, Tai Chi, and my class with a healthy brain and healthy body.
I think
it's a pretty good deal.
I think it's a really good deal, and I think that people at least should try it, because trying something new is healthy for your brain as well.
Absolutely, yes.
So let's talk about you and what you think are the keys to healthy aging.
Well, I know a good bit about the brain, and I know a good bit about health. And it just makes sense that following these things that we've already talked about, the pillars, are crucial. We have to keep moving. Moving is so important to our health. But at the same time, diet, oh my gosh, the research behind diet and brain aging is profound. I just presented a new study to the group yesterday on that. And we talk a lot about the different diets that are out there and how they relate to brain health. So my personal belief is that diet is very, very important. Spirituality. And not that by spirituality, I don't necessarily mean religion. In fact, I don't mean religion at all. I mean spirituality. Having a purpose in life. Again, studies show how very important that is. Socialization, staying in touch with people, doing activities with people that are like-minded with you. That is very important. Gratitude. Gratitude leads to joy. Again, lots of beautiful studies done on what happens to the brain when you just allow yourself to be grateful, allow yourself to feel joy. And being in nature. You know, we live in a beautiful, beautiful area, and just getting outside and taking a walk. So all of these things together help us age well, stay happy, stay healthy, and get the most out of life.
And if I may I share your age?
Absolutely.
Dr. Judy is 72 years old and showed no signs of stopping, just transitioning, right? Transitioning from one field to the next.
Even when I don't mean to.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, that engagement is so healthy. Yeah. And so one last question for you. Is it ever too late to get started on something that is a healthy path? Because I think that a lot of people go, it's just too late, you know.
It's never, ever, ever too late. And the other thing is, it doesn't have to be the whole enchilada. You know, if you are completely happy with your diet and you don't want to be making changes, then you don't have to make changes in your diet. But what you do need, and what I feel my role is, both as a yoga teacher and as a health practitioner, is to give you the information. People need the information. Then they can make up their own mind. And you, as an individual then, can pick and choose what's going to work for you. But if you wake up one day and you say, okay, I'm going to do it all, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to eat right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, you're not going to do any of it. Okay? So pick something that is manageable. Try one little thing at a time, and before you know it. You know, when I went to my first yoga class, I was already in my 60s when I started doing yoga. And I mean, certainly I didn't stand on my head. Okay? So just pick something and try it. And try it. You might like it.
You might. That's great advice. Dr. Judy, thank you so much for joining us. You're certainly someone I would consider a mentor and a goal for Aging Awesomely.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sherry.
We love featuring people in the Ohio Valley 65 and older who are living a vibrant, healthy life, just like Dr. Judy. So if that someone is you, or someone you know, reach out to us with your suggestions. Who knows, you just might be the next person we feature in Aging Awesomely.
And that's a wrap on this edition of For Mature Audiences. We certainly hope that you walk away with great information and some inspiration too. And remember, our goal is to keep you in the know of issues and services that relate to people as they age. So if there is a particular subject or topic that you would like to see us cover, just send us an email. We would love to hear from you.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you again next month.